Welcome to Cooking with Abat. So we're going to make some special cocoyam and yam Mpotompoto or porridge or I'll leave other names in there, but then this is one recipe you really want to try, and this is super fortified. There's beans and all those ones. It's a simple, balanced diet where everything is in, from proteins to carbohydrates to vegetables. Everything is in there. So for this recipe, I'm going to be making use of some salted beef and pepper. I'm going to make use of some onions, some cocoyam, and a little bit of yam because my cocoyam was less. And yam and cocoyam are very much related. So to start up, I begin by prepping my ingredients. So for the onions, I just take off the skin, and then I have a bowl I'm going to be using to wash all of them. So yes, you don't need too much onion in there, but you need some to flavor it and to add in some sweetness and aromatics as well. And of course, garlic is very much important as well, and ginger is also important as well, so you can add in ginger as well if you'd want to, or any other spice you're a fan of in there. So once I've removed all of these, yes, the onion, you have to remove all of the skin. The exact quantities I used for mine is in the description button below, and when you are done you can serve this for like 2 or 3 people depending on how much you're eating, because in Africa we eat to get full at times. Yes, so the onion, you can use any type of onion, whether it's a red onion, the white onion, any onion of your preference. It should work. So prepping this should take you about 5-10 minutes, and then the cook period is virtually 10 minutes, and you are good to go. So this is cocoyam. Yes, cocoyam is readily available in Ghana and most part of the tropics. So I'm going to peel the cocoyam. You can blend your cocoyam with the yam because they're all kind of related. You can also do your Mpotompoto with plantain in Mpotompoto. You can do Mpotompoto with potatoes. Yes, and these are easy kind of swallows or easy kind of meals, porridge if you want to call it like that, which comes in very healthy and very handy as well. So if you are not feeling too well and you need energy, instant energy, this is also a good way, and this can keep you full for a very long time. So even if you are dieting and you want a bit of carbs in to keep you healthy for a long time, you can go with this as well. And mind you, there's a lot of benefits of eating cocoyam and yams. Recently I was doing this research, and I came by some of the importance of yam, and I was really, really, really like amazed by it. So when it comes to cocoyam, we are told that it even helps in preventing diseases like diabetes, cancer, and heart diseases. These are things that won't even cross your mind. By the end of the day, the nutrients in there are very, very good. Those who are gluten sensitive, there's a good option for you for your yams and your cocoyams instead. So like I said, I just needed just a little bit of the jam in to augment it, because I was not doing for a very large batch or large amount. And yams, like I said, they're also rich in vitamins and minerals and fiber, and it's a very healthy source of carbohydrates as well. And they have different types of yam, but I recommend you buy the puna. Yes, you need to buy a yam which is sweet, and it keeps to its form and texture as well. We have different types of yam. You have the dente, the water yam, you have the Kukwase Bayere, the one that turns colors and all those ones. Buy good quality yam, because for this is a 1 meal something, and you want to use good yam in there to get the sweetness in as well. So I just wash all the tubers, and then the onions and the garlic, and the ones that I removed all the skins, I just washed all of them. And then I come to my saucepan. Yes, so there's a 1 pot something. Now I remembered I had some beans which I had stored in the freezer, bean stock. So when I cook the beans, usually I cook beans and put them in the freezer. When I want to cook, I just go with it. So I remember I had some bean stock that I was like, oh, instead of using water, let me use the bean stock, which would retain more nutrients in there, because beans has its own nutrients. It's also adding up, and it adds more flavor and creaminess to it as well. So I placed the cocoyam and then the yam all together on it. Then for my garlic and onion, you have to cut these ones, and these days this tupperware chopper actually makes the work very easy. So I just put them in together with the pepper, and then I just went to just blend. Should I say blend? I just chopped it up. You can try not to also chop your pepper and then just put it in whole as well, because if you're cooking for kids and then or you're eating with kids, kids don't really like pepper. So if you put in the pepper and it's too hot, they are going to struggle with it. But then if the pepper is whole, if you are the adult, you can mash it into it and then you eat it. So this Tupperware chopper is a blessing. You can see my description button to link up with my sister if you need one for yourself. Yes, so the how do you call it, the beef also goes in, and then the pepper, like I said, is optional. You can decide to put it in whole, or you can decide to also crush it as well. If you're eating it as adults, you can crush it in. But if there are kids, you may want to check the quantity of the pepper so you don't scare them off. And like I said, this Tupperware chopper is a blessing, like a serious blessing. It makes the cutting of these vegetables very easy. You can add in extra vegetables like your bell pepper, your carrot, vegetables of your preference. They are all going to work, and you're still going to get good tasting in Mpotompoto as well. That's how we call it in Ghana. Let me know how you call it in your local dialect as well. So this is ready to go onto the fire, but before that I'm going to add in my protein. So I had some fried chicken which I cut into pieces, and some red beans. Yes, I used red beans. Like I said, usually I cook my beans and I store it in the freezer or in the fridge. Whenever I'm ready, I just use it. So I added in extra water because for this you need a bit of stock around it to be able to also enjoy eating it. And for me, I prefer to have enough water on so that it's able to cook and soften by itself. Then I don't have to mash it up as well. So at a point, I had to check to see whether everything was fine. And was beginning to spill over because my saucepan was very much small. So I just opened it and then I left it halfway for it to finish up cooking. So this is it cooking. It's going to reduce. You can add in oil if you want to. Usually we add in palm oil because of the added benefit of palm oil, which is good for your eyesight, your skin, and all of it. You can use coconut oil, you can use any oil of your choice. You can even use butter, you can also use margarine. You can also decide to go oil free or fat free, which is also very much normal. So once you put in, it's also going to cook together beautifully. You have to check for your salt because of the beef that is in, and then the bean stock that I use. My salt was okay, but you'd have to be checking for your salt. If your salt is not enough, you can add in salt as it's cooking. And like I said, for me, I like to have enough stock and let it cook to soften the lumps in there, because as your lumps are not equally the same size, some would mash up as you are cooking it in there. So you won't have to take some out and then mash and then put it back in, which wastes your time and takes up your cooking space. Once you're done, you dish it out and you can really enjoy this with your eggs. Yes, you can put in some eggs as you're cooking the cocoyams as well. And this is a full balanced diet. There's protein, there's carbs, there's legumes in, there's vegetables in, and you can just enjoy this at a go. One spoon is big nutrition worth for you. So try out this Cocoyam-Yam Mpotompoto or porridge. Let me know how you call it in your local dialect as well. Till I see you in the next food video. Do live life to the fullest. Be joyous, be merry. Lots of love for my team and I.